Hello and welcome back to Pendor Rearmed. I've just spoken to this guy, Coram of Bray, and, well, unfortunately, he doesn't really have anything for us. But we can actually speak to this guy and we can say, yes, I would like to know about, you know, invading armies and stuff like that. I'm going to say it, yes, and there you go. It does give us a bit of an opportunity to see exactly where everything is. Unfortunately for us, we don't really have anything super amazing here. We could potentially try, if we wanted to fight another heretic army, or potentially we could go for the snake cult army. I think a snake cult army might make sense considering we haven't actually defeated one of those yet, and we could get an achievement possibly and get some nice stat boosts from that. Anyway, we are here right now because we're going to be doing a tournament. I'm pretty, you know, I'm going to say it right now, I'm pretty bad at tournaments for some reason. I don't know what's going on with me, but in the last couple of episodes I've not done particularly well in tournaments, not because I haven't shown them or anything like that, but just because whenever I try to do one, it feels as though I don't do very well at all. It seems like I just get absolutely murdered. And well, not this time, hilariously enough, not this time, but yeah, this one is going to be a little bit harsher. Okay, nice damage, nice damage. Can we do a little bit more? Yeah, I obviously don't have particularly high two-handed weapon skill, so it is going to be a little bit problematic potentially. Oh, never mind. Oh, King Gregory himself is here. Hello there, sir. You will not be victorious against me, King Gregory. Yes, there we go. No, he wouldn't. Okay, that was easy enough, wasn't it? That was actually a lot easier than I anticipated. I thought I was going to be a goner right there, but there you go. Okay, so if we can just eliminate this guy, then we'll have a pretty nice... Yep, there we go. Nice. Went for the thrust. Yes, the thrust from behind. That is what we tend to do, isn't it? Yes. Ah, they gave us an axe on horseback. Not a... Wow, okay. I was going to say, not a particularly big fan of that, but yeah, we are actually... Ooh, okay. Hello. Okay. Yeah, just kill that guy, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'll just kill you. There we go. That is hilarious. Oh, that kind of thing is always so funny when it happens. Okay, so... Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, I've got a two-handed. Let's see if I can get a really, really nice speed attack. Yeah, 6 damage. Not exactly what I was looking for, actually. Thanks very much. Yes, I was definitely looking for a little bit more than that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 83% right there. And yeah, that guy just ran right on into it, which is exactly what we like to see. And nice, 48 damage right there. Hopefully we can finish him off. There we go. And we are into the final round. Yes, we're into the final round. So Hun Castle is where we need to go, isn't it? Was that the right place that I was looking at? Now I need to check the recent messages, I think. Actually have a look and actually see what's going on there, because I might be misremembering. Oh, that was actually King Gregory IV. All right. There we go. We got another 20,000 in gold, and obviously 20 renown is exactly what we wanted. So let's actually see. I think it's... Yeah. Hun Castle. That's definitely going to be where the snake cult is. So somewhere down here. Wait a minute. There's a Hun, but where is a Hun Castle? Am I blind? Am I not seeing it? I have no idea. It should be right next to it, but apparently not. Alright, so I actually made it just in time, apparently, before the snake cult was defeated by a bunch of Empire troops. Now, unfortunately, as you can see right here, they only have 37. Is it even worth it? Is it even worth it for me to go in here? I don't even know whether this is even going to count. Does this count as an achievement for me? No, not really, right? There's no way it does, right? I don't know. Maybe it does. If it does, then this is great, and this is probably the cheapest and most pathetic way to get the achievement, but yeah, sure, why not? You know, we'll try it out, and we'll see what happens, but 37. Yeah, because the funny thing is, I saw on the map as I was coming closer to a Hun, I was like, oh wait, there they are, and they're in a battle already, and they actually had 20, actually not 20, they actually had 220 people when, you know, it was on the edge of my vision range, and I thought to myself, yes, that's more than enough, you know, that's great. That's going to provide us with a relatively nice amount of, well, probably not a very nice amount of renown, to be honest, because, you know, we outnumber them quite dramatically here. But it would have been amazing. That would have been so cool. And I might actually end up dying here. No, I think I might be okay. Did I actually tell my people to charge in already? I think I did, right? Yeah, I think I did. But yeah, these guys are obviously just Cobra warriors and things like that. They're not going to be particularly dangerous. You could see that already. I mean, look at that. I can basically kill the Cobra warriors in one hit, which is exactly the reason why I decided to go for this amazing weapon. Just purely because these heavily armored units are kind of annoying for a cutting weapon to deal with. At least that's what I've experienced in the past. And, well, I guess it depends. You know, if you have a significant amount of speed, then most of the time you're going to be doing a significant amount of damage. It doesn't really matter what kind of, what kind of damage type you have. But I thought I might as well try and make it into the, greatest possible chance for us to just one-shot them every single time. So we'll see if we're going to get an achievement. We're done with the battle. It was, yeah, as I say, a little bit pathetic, but there you go. We did end up getting a little bit of experience at least. So unfortunately, it doesn't look as though we're going to be getting an achievement. It does pop up a couple of moments after the battle, and it has been a little bit of time, so I'm assuming that I'm probably not going to get it. Unfortunately, I would assume that there is a certain percentage of the enemy army that you're supposed to, eliminate. Otherwise, you're not, you're not eligible for it, which I would assume is entirely fine, because let's face it, I did basically just go in there and try to leech the achievement, which is not exactly gonna, it's not really gonna work out too well, is it? But we are in now, well, I'm kind of invested in this little battle here, just purely because I wanted to try and rectify our relation with the Empire somewhat, because I've already done that with the previous battle that we had against the Snake Cult right there. We did get, I think it was 4, we got +4 relation or something along those lines, and I'm hopeful that, just by helping these villagers, I might be able to get another +4, and then we'll be on our way to being able to reset their relation. I don't really want to go in and actually speak to one of the vassals, because we could basically just end up in a fight, because as far as I'm aware, I think this mod has that. You can basically go in and speak to a vassal if you have a low enough, or should we say, a light enough relation with them. So if it's like -4 or something like that, and you've made just a slight mistake, you can just go and speak to them and then reset your relation to 0. But I don't think that is possible with certain relation levels. So that's the reason why I'm trying to get it a little bit more closer to 0, shall we say, and I'm hopeful that that will work out. But yeah, you can see here, obviously we very, very easily did this, and then we'll just move on. Yeah, by the way, the Kingdom of Salian has declared war against the Dashar, so we might see some drama there. Alright, so I've actually decided, you know what, if I can't find anyone else, I'm just going to go and attack the Jatu, because they seem to be the only army that we might even be able to handle here. Most of the others that are on the map at the moment are way too large for our current army size, because obviously as it is, we could technically go and attack some vassals, right? We could attack some vassals if we wanted to, but I feel like, hey, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a tough one, shall we? Yes, let's do a little bit of a tough one. See how it goes, because I mean, here's the thing, right? The Mist Mountain army that I saw just now has over 1,000 troops. I also saw the Heretic army that was near to Misthorn Keep. That had near to 800. I took a look at the 3 seers. Well, I didn't really take a look at them, but we've seen them in the previous episode, and they had like what, 1,200, 1,300 or something like that. And obviously in the previous episode we also saw a little bit of Igrim, and yeah, it wasn't looking good. That's all I can say. It wasn't looking good with those particular characters. So I'm deciding to take the slightly less challenging road and do the Jatu. Now, obviously, this is not a particularly good thing for us right here. This is not a good battlefield in any way, and I have a bad feeling we're probably going to have some huge issues actually being able to survive this, because they have the potential for so many one-shots, right? They can one-shot us so easily with their lances. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismount everyone right here. Going to tell everyone to come back here. Cavalry come back here as well. I hope that they will actually listen to me this time, because obviously, as you know, in a previous battle we had people just literally standing at the front, basically doing nothing. and just getting themselves killed. So I'm very much hoping that we'll be able to do something really, really cool here. Hopefully we'll be able to have a really, really nice stand. Hopefully they will kill everything, and we do seem to be inflicting quite a bit of damage. As you can see, look at the horse wall. The horse wall is actually stopping them. It's absolutely fantastic. I love seeing the horse wall actually be somewhat effective for once, because most of the time it doesn't feel like it's that good. But this time around, it is actually very, very lucrative. Look at that. It actually seems to be doing a pretty nice job. And we have now basically removed the entire danger from the Jatu battle riders. Because obviously, as you know, they have lancers and they're very easily capable of one-shotting. And so basically being able to, well, just remove that potential, that is fantastic. That is literally what we want every single day. Every single day. And I'm going to tell my people to charge in. Let's tell them to charge in. I am being way too passive right now. Let's tell them to charge so that we can actually start doing some damage. I actually think we should probably retreat from this. Probably. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, if I die here, I'm going to retreat anyway. If I die here, it's very, very important that we go. I wanted to kill this guy. Unfortunately, not able to. Yeah, got a little bit dazed from one of those guys right there. Okay, we've lost 22 people actually only. That's pretty good. Nice, hit the horse. Didn't really hit anything else. Not very good. Yeah, we're getting dazed. We're getting dazed every single time. That's really uncomfortable. But it's okay. We're doing pretty nice damage. We've killed 100. Actually, you know what? Shall I just stay in here? Shall I just stay in? I think maybe... Should I just stay in? I don't know. I think that's a bad idea, to be honest, but I'm gonna stay in, okay? We're gonna stay in and see how this goes, because I'm kind of intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued, because we could get an amazing amount of renown if I stay in here. And I think we're getting like, what is it, 70 or something like that? I think it's 70. I don't know. Let's hope that we don't die here. Usually I wouldn't really care that much right now, because I would be planning on retreating. But if I can survive... Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe this is not a good idea. Let me just get on this horse. Let me see what I can do. Maybe we can... Are we good? I mean, we've still got 400... I don't know. We've still got like 300 left. 350 remaining. I feel like that is way too harsh. I don't know. Maybe we should just retreat now. I really technically should have retreated beforehand if I was going to begin with. That would have been the right way to play this. You can see here we're losing quite a few people. Okay, I'm going to tell my forces to hold position back here now. I don't know what's going on with my people over there. What are they doing over there? They're getting themselves absolutely slaughtered. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, no, that's where we spawned. Oh, that's really bad, isn't it? Yes. That is actually extremely, extremely bad for us. Oh, dear. Yeah, that might be the reason why we're having so many issues, because the Jatu are obviously trying to divide and conquer us quite dramatically here, and you can see how easy that is for them. We might actually... You know what? Yeah, we're going to retreat. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to have to do something about this guy. Or not. There we go. Now we can retreat. Okay. That is kind of unfortunate. It would have been really nice to stay in there. I don't think it would have worked because we just have so many enemies still remaining, and I only have about 100, well, not even 100 people remaining, and I think we've lost way too many of our extremely good troops. As you can see right here, look at this. Our Stalkers, Berserkers, Adventurers, even the Huskarls, they've all been eliminated. So it would be fantastic if we could get them back on their feet, and then we can go back in versus the 284. That's going to be the way that we plan this. As you can see, they have huge amounts of prisoners too. They even have Noldor, as you see. They actually have Noldor warriors. I'm not sure if we are going to have the opportunity to rescue the Noldor warriors. We might. I don't think so somehow, but we'll give it a go, shall we? Alright, so it looks like we're going to go in again against these Jatu, and I've obviously already formed our horse wall. I can't believe I'm even saying those words, to be honest. A horse wall, I mean, really. That is always very funny, but look at how effective it is. It's just so effective at blocking. It's actually insane how good this strategy actually ends up being. It just goes to show if you use a couple of extra brain cells No, if you use a couple of extra strategies, sometimes it can really make such a huge difference. And really, it does. I'm going to get off my mount right now because we're otherwise going to die. We're getting a little bit too bogged down in all of these enemies. And if I can just make my way around here, we should be completely fine here. Maybe, maybe I'm going to die. Maybe I'm not. No, we seem absolutely fine. Nice. Kill that. Yes, kill that too. Very good. Get that experience. And I wouldn't mind leveling up again, if at all possible. That would be rather nice, but obviously it's going to be a little bit unlikely, I suppose. Maybe? Actually, we're doing... not bad, actually. Getting some pretty decent kills. Not terrible. And I think what we'll probably try to do after this is actually go and attack some actual faction vassals and things, because as it stands right now, we kind of need to weaken some people, you know, because as it stands, they are a little bit too healthy for us to even consider doing a claimant or anything like that. However, there are going to be situations where actually, you know, maybe we just want to concentrate on the Ravenstone. That's the thing. Because the Ravenstone right now, they're probably, well, they are definitely the weakest faction, right? They are definitely the weakest faction. And it would most likely make sense for us to do some, for us to do some pretty crazy stuff, you know? Because if we can maybe just, well, try to make them a little bit weaker, just a little bit weaker, we might be able to launch a full-scale assault against them and actually take all of their stuff. That would be wonderful, but of course it is a little bit dicey, because we're going to have to do that by ourselves, right? We're going to have to do that by ourselves, and it's going to be a bit problematic. The only thing that I can really think of to do, actually, is to launch an attack against a castle. And I'm talking about a castle that's relatively far away from pretty much anything else. It would be wonderful if we could get the castle, I think it's White Stag Castle, the one that's right next to Laria, basically. It would be amazing if we could get that one, but I highly doubt it. You know, that's going to require a war declaration against the Kingdom of Salian, and we don't really want to do that, ideally. We'd like to probably try and attack someone that is a little bit less, a little bit less put together, let's just say that, because the Kingdom of Salian is obviously basically full HP. They are not really damaged in any meaningful fashion, so it would be pretty cool if we could, it would be really nice, actually, if we could see if that keep was taken by the Empire, for example. If that keep was taken by the Empire, then it might be a little bit easier for us to deal with, even despite the fact that the Empire themselves are still relatively large too. So it's a bit problematic in pretty much all situations here. But the only thing I can think of is to, as I say, take a faraway keep in Ravenstone territory. That's my thinking right now. We'll see if it actually pans out. And there it is, 33 renown for us. Actually not bad, if I do say so myself. I was kind of thinking that we would have many less renown points for that particular, because obviously I had to retreat and everything, so it was kind of sad. Because I think we ended up losing like 30 renown or something, but does that matter? Does that matter with the potential for a loss? I didn't really want to lose that, but maybe I don't think we're going to get an achievement for this, unfortunately, but maybe we will. I highly doubt it. Okay, so I was kind of hoping for a gold bar here, but I'm pretty sure the Jatu don't have the ability to drop the gold bar. I think they, mostly as you can see right there, we got Noldor trade goods. I believe you get gold bars from rogue knights and stuff like that. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, to be honest. It would have been really nice if we could have gotten something a little bit better for us, maybe. But yeah, unfortunate for us, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll just have to make do with what we have here. I'm just going to move on, and let's see. Do we get the Noldor? No, I don't think so. Noldor Hunters are the only ones that I think we can rescue, because they are the lowest tier. And as you can quite clearly tell, there are none available. I'm actually very, not surprised, but very saddened by that, actually. But there you go. That's just how it's going to have to be. Let's get the Maiden Cavalry while we're at it, and we'll get the Phoenix Risen. And do we have anything else here that could be kind of good? I mean, yeah, Ravenstone Rangers are actually good but I don't really want to use Ravenstone units if at all possible. I could take some of these Mist-Mounted Shaman. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll take some of the prisoners in the meantime. Yeah, so this is where we were fighting them, obviously, and now we're all the way up here. And Serene has come back with... Serene has come back with us. Okay, that's actually really nice because he has now provided us with a significant amount of other units. I'm actually going to be... Wow. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay. I do need to get rid of Serene. I think someone has a problem with him. There's probably going to be someone that has a problem with him at the very least. So I will probably have to say to him to go away. But let's just wait and see what actually happens with him. Because maybe there is actually going to be something we can do. Yeah, so as you see right here, Falcon Dark Castle. That's going to be the one that I think we go for. Because it's right next to the bridge here. It's pretty far away from pretty much anything apart from Pointsbrook, obviously. But once we have built up our CKO, because obviously the CKO, right? That is going to be the big deal, right? That's the reason why I'm kind of thinking maybe we should start launching... Oh dear. Yeah, they have a knighthood order here. The knighthood order here is the Falcon one, and that, yeah, Talon of the Falcon, Knights of the Falcon. They're pretty... I wouldn't say they're difficult, but we actually got a bunch of them, as you can see right here. We got Talons of the Falcon here, and you can see that they actually come equipped with crossbows. And, well, crossbows are going to be they're going to be a massive headache. You know, they're going to be a really, really big headache, so I'm not entirely sure if we really want to do that. We could instead go for the other one. We could go for Castle Alden. Let's have a look at this one and see if this is actually any better. 304. Yeah, this is a little better, as you can see right there. They do have a lot of ranges. This has less ranges. Yeah, that's the question. That's the question. Which one do we go for? Well, obviously we're not going for one right now because it's basically pointless. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm looking forward to doing a claimant because we've never done that before. Not to full completion at the very least. But I guess for now, the best thing for me to do would be to start leveling my my renown a little bit more. As you can see right here, we have 1,234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha! And we'll hopefully be able to do something with that. I did level up as well, so let's get some more strength, I guess. Get some more strength, shall we? Yeah, I guess we'll get some more strength, and then we'll probably go for... Should I go for more power strike? Yeah, why not? We'll go for some more power strike. I mean, obviously, as time goes on, if we do get to a certain level of strength, we can then decide to use Qualis Gems to get the intelligence potion instead of the strength, agility, etc. potion, or instead of anything else. So if we do get more Qualis Gems on hand, we could obviously just do that, but it very much depends if we have any spare. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to find any other parties that might be able to give us a gold bar, because obviously a gold bar in our situation would be able to provide us some rune armor, which would be amazing. That would actually provide us with a significant amount of survivability, increased ability to be as dangerous as possible in these fights. Unfortunately, these guys right here are probably not going to... I don't think... Oh, wait, no. Rogue Blackheart Knights. Yes, they do actually give gold bars. Okay. Oh. This was actually completely by accident. I just looked over at the list that I have in front of me, and I was like, yes, Rogue Blackheart Knights. They actually do drop gold bars. And yeah, I was actually doing this just purely for the renown gain, because this was a farmer randomly that I saw in Valenbray, and I was like, yes, okay, let's do the quest. And there we go, we're getting 15 renown for that. I actually don't know whether we even get... No, it doesn't... Oh no, we don't get a loot screen. No, we don't get a loot screen. That's absolutely terrible. All right, yeah, so I'm not gonna take their money. I don't think they actually provide me with anything at all. So, and there it is. We've now finished the book. And yeah, leadership skill has now increased by 1. So that means that we now have even more space. Unfortunately, that still means that we're capped out because of Sir Rain's wonderful contribution to our forces here, which is obviously nice. You know, that's not too bad. But yeah, if we take a look at the victory progress here, you could take a look at the amount of armies. We only have 6 armies remaining, hilariously enough. 2 heretic armies. One, I do know, has 800, as I said before. There is a new snake cult army on the map, so it may be an idea for us to try and fight that. Otherwise, everything else is completely out of, well, completely just not going to happen. That's what's going to happen with that. Just nothing. So yeah, it looks to me like what I'll have to do is I'll have to get into some battles with whoever we are at war against right now. I actually don't know who we're at war against. I think we're not at war against anyone, actually. I think the Fiatsvein are currently... Yeah, they're not at war against anyone. The Fiatsvein are not at war against anyone. It's just us, technically at war against the Empire, but that is not official in any way. So that's hilarious. Yeah. I guess we're going to have to do something about that. And or maybe just fight a bunch of Empire vassals. Just try to get some more renown that way. Try to maybe target some of them that actually have Iron Circle Centurions and the various other knighthood orders, because they're going to be the ones that will drop gold bars. And that's the only way that I can really think of to do it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.